everybody, Mr. Odom here, and I worked out the problems to the 9.4 to 9.5 quiz, so I want to go over them with you. Remember, there's different versions of the quiz, and each version has the same problems, but the values might be a little different, so your answers might be a little different, but you can check your answers just following the same processes that I use to solve the problems, or use your own if you want. All right, so for problem number one, find the volume of the prism. So we have our formula, volume equals area of the base times the height, which translates really well for a rectangular prism. We can just use this formula, volume equals length times width times height. I plug in the numbers, and I get my answer, and I remember volume is always cubed. Problem number two, volume equals area of the base times the height. This is a triangular prism, so the base is a triangle, so there's the formula that I use. Here's my base and my height. I go ahead and plug those in, and I get the capital B, the area of the base is 14 square feet. I plug it in to the formula, and I get my answer, 182 cubic feet. Problem number three, volume equals area of the base times the height divided by 3, because this is a pyramid. In this problem, they give us capital B, they give us the base. So I just plug the numbers in and do the math, and I get my answer, which is 120 cubic yards. Number four, another pyramid. This is a square pyramid. I see that when I look down here at the lengths of the base. So the area of the base is just 5 times 5, 25 inches squared. And I go ahead and plug that into the formula, and I get my answer for the volume, 62.5 inches cubed. Here's another pyramid. This is a triangular pyramid, so when I want to find the area of the base, I have to use this formula. Area of the base equals base times height divided by 2, and I calculate that area, and I just plug it into the formula, and I get my answer, 140 millimeters cubed. Number 6, the intersection of the plane and the solid. So the intersection would be this shape. Whoops, that's not what I want to put there. Sorry. I want my highlighter. It's this shape. What is that shape? Well, it's a triangle. And for number 7, the purple shape, pretty easy to see. The purple shape is a rectangle. Number 8, find the percent of increase in volume. Percent increase in volume when 1 foot is added to each dimension of the prism. And make sure you round your answer to the nearest tenth of a percent. So we have to go all the way back to chapter 6, borrow a formula from back there to find the percent of increase. But first we need to find the volume. So here's the volume of the prism before I add 1 foot to the dimensions. And so volume equals 210 cubic feet. That's my original amount. And then down here, I go ahead and I add 1 foot to each dimension. And then I calculate the volume again. And this is going to be my new amount, 308 cubic feet. And then I go ahead and use my formula from chapter 6 to find the percent of increase. I work it out down here, and I round to the nearest tenth of a percent. So the answer is 46.7% increase in volume just by adding 1 foot to each of the dimensions. All right, number 9. So which box can hold 8 of the door stops? Well, I need to find the volume of all the boxes. So I did. And I need to find the volume of 8 of these door steps. So I found the volume for one of them and multiplied that by 8. So 8 door stops takes up 48 cubic inches. So this box here would be the one that I would need. And that would not leave me any extra space. All right, number 10. So 1 cubic centimeter of sand weighs 1.9 grams. So I just wrote that down here because I'm going to need that. Find the amount of sand that the sandcastle bucket can hold. So this doesn't even look like a sandcastle bucket, but we're to assume that it is. Maybe it's upside down or something. Well, I can find the volume of this composite solid by finding the volume of the pyramid, which I do here using this formula. And for the pyramid, the area of the base is, well, the base has the same dimensions as the base of the prism. So I find the area of the base, multiply it by the height, divide by 3, and I get the volume of the pyramid. For the prism, it's area of the base times the height, which is the same as the length times the width times the height, which is what you see here. And I end up with a volume of 2,156 cubic centimeters. I add those together, and I get the volume of the composite solid. And then I use that and I create a proportion. So this is my proportion. And to figure out what x is, I multiply 1 times 2,940 to get the denominator. So I have to multiply the numerator by 2,940. And I end up getting my answer of 5,586 grams. So those are the answers to the quiz. Hopefully that was helpful. And once you finish the quiz, if you want to check your work, just send me an email after I put your grade in the grade book, and I will send you a link to this video. So it's Mr. Odom, and I think this might be the last video I make for this school year, so hope everyone has a good summer, and I'm going to get out and hopefully have a good summer too. All right.